Alright, welcome to the Kingsman 2 Minutes. This is a project I'm doing to drum up more hype for the Kingsman because I'm worried that prequel will flop, and from everything I've heard, it's going to be great, and I'm really excited for all the future projects. So let's get into it. Also, it's kind of a defense of Kingsman 2 because that got a lot of flack and got a lot of criticism, especially on YouTube. There was this big video about how studio interference messed up this movie, which if you've seen the special features, it didn't. The director talks about how he had a very watchable over a 3-hour cut, I believe, but it was his first sequel, and now he feels a lot of empathy for people having to make a sequel because of how hard it is when you want to entertain all these fantasies. And I love Matthew Vaughn, and this is my favorite franchise around that Mission Impossible, Fast and Furious, MCU, but this one, especially because it's the underdog, I think I have the most invested. So let's go through. I want to detail in these minutes how dense every minute is. Every single thing that happens is doing multiple things, 2, 3, 4, 5 things at once. And I cut out the Fox drum roll because it wasn't doing anything, and there's a siren in the background. If you can hear it, you definitely can. It's next to my apartment now. But let's get into this. First, it starts with the notes from the song Merlin sings, "Country Road, Take Me Home." The very first moments of the film are teasing his very affecting death. And then we get into the Marv logo, which, if you don't know this, it is a color pattern test because the director Matthew Vaughn and co-writer Matthew Vaughn is colorblind for everything except orange, or what he thinks is orange. So every time you see something orange, that's kind of a marker of him. It reflects his personal struggle, if you can say that. I don't think it's a struggle because he's done great work on Kick-Ass, which had amazing colors. This has amazing colors. It's very beautiful. So if anything, it hasn't held him back at all. Then that logo so seamlessly it transitions into the Kingsman logo on the front of the Kingsman shop. As we pull back and you see that orange tuxedo, again, his color blindness, we get the Kingsman theme as it pulls out and just gets you into the mood with that glorious sound, reestablishing the poise and grandeur these Kingsman agents have and the organization has that inspires you to hit the like button if you haven't already for that YouTube algorithm. But seriously, it sets us back in the tone, in the mood of the Kingsman franchise. And then we get Eggsy coming out, and you see that he's fully embraced this suit, the organization, the pose of the gentleman spy that he had in the last seconds of Kingsman: The Secret Service, especially as he fixes his tie in the reflection of the Kingsman plaque. And then in the very end of the first minute, we get Eggy with a very distinct vocal adjustment that, of course, will make sense later. I'll see you in the next minute. Depending on where you want to follow this, the links are down below. If you want to follow it on the audio platform, Anchor, or any other platform, that's where I'll have the most flexibility of adding things later if need be. So that might be the best place to follow it, but follow, and I'll see you in the second minute. Also, when the Kingsman comes out opening night on my birthday, I'll be buying out a movie theater, so click below to check out those details as well. See you in minute 2.